Hello guys. Now I'm going to talk about a landscape that is close by to what my other video was about with the railway and the where the um, where the other piece of land that I've just made a video about, but now I'm talking about the path with the railway, but there's a landscape that if you go to the end of the path, it's sort of in the middle, and you go to the right and there's to come to the end of the stream, and you walk there, and there's a big piece of landscape. Now I'm going to talk about that big piece, and I know it looks like a grassy area, but it wasn't just grass. So obviously you're coming down the old railway path from Lime Pit Lane, and then you're walking to the very end, and then you turn right a little bit, but it's a little path, and there's it drops like towards the drainage in the stream, and just before you cross the road, it there's a little garden like patch, and what the land was before it was that the road, it was the patch of it was originally part of the railway and colliery service corridor. It wasn't a garden, and it wasn't housing. So the railway side land and the drainage were embankment ground was when the Methley Joint Railway ran through Stanley. The line didn't consist of tracks, but it had a whole shoulder of land around, like drainage channels and embankment support and maintenance access. Telegraph poles, and that is probably why that telegraph pole is just there as well. That might have been that telegraph pole. And there's spoilers from repairs, and there was widened areas for sidings. The little stream or drain is originally a railway drainage, but still flowing the same route it did when the trains ran there. So the land was looking like a railway drainage land, embankment support ground, maintenance access strip, and it's open and functional and never landscaped. So just beyond that, before you get to that road, the land on the side was tied to the colliery network, but not the pit itself, but the corridor of land for wagonways, coal movement, spoil transport, access to the Stanley ferry and loft house workings. So the area that is a kind of buffer zone, between the railway and the colliery routes. It wasn't farmland, it wasn't woodland, and it was never a park. It was industrial service land. But why does it look like a garden now? So once the railway closed and the colliery routes were abandoned, the drainage stayed, the embankment stayed, the ground level levelled itself over time, and the grass scrub took over, and then later the council tidied some of its part of the green corridor, so that's why it feels like a piece of garden now, and it's re-wildered infrastructure.